Hi, my name's Joel Blake. Welcome to the Midlands Black and Minority Ethnic Business Summit 2016. This is an important summit because today we're going to be highlighting the needs of individuals from diverse communities in terms of accessing finance, in terms of personal support, and in terms of developing the type of mindset that helps them to start, grow and scale their business. I'm really proud to be putting on this event today, working with partners, Startup Loans and CREM, the Centre for Research into Ethnic Minority Entrepreneurship, to ensure that we can help businesses to move forward.
I mean, for us, it's about bringing everybody together from different sectors, different backgrounds, different communities, and it's about celebrating the city. It's a diverse city, so why not celebrate and promote and shout out about it?
Joel was perfectly right. We need to have a very honest debate about what it means to be an ethnic minority, not just in the West Midlands but in this country, and what that means for entrepreneurialism. I think it's clear to me that the entrepreneurial spirit in BME communities is thriving and it's high, but it's about harnessing that and making that productive.
So today's event has been really important because what we really wanted to do is to really find out directly from Black and minority ethnic business owners what their needs are and what the government can do to help them to grow successful businesses. This is an issue that's been debated for many years and probably will be debated for many years to come. But in this modern day world of business, we have the opportunity to grasp hold of this opportunity to ensure that businesses can move forward positively, profitably and sustainably. And we can only do that by educating the very support services that we want to help us to move forward.
But I also feel like it's easy to look from the top, looking down, but when you're at the bottom looking up, it's a completely different ballgame. You've got to be willing to see it from how people see it in our community rather than seeing it on a board looking down. Because when you're seeing it from the community level, it's a completely different story. So you have to see the struggles that people go through, the mindset you have to develop, the people you have to connect with, and how hard it is to connect with these people, how hard it is to access these people.
It was a great opportunity to really deep dive into this issue. We did it in a number of different ways. So firstly, we had our speaker from CREM, the Centre for Research into Ethnic Minority Entrepreneurship, Professor Mandaram OBE. And what he talked about was the historical issues, the current day issues, but also set the framework for the whole day in terms of how we can start to generate solutions that really add some sustainable value to communities, to the region and to the UK as a whole.
Any business, particularly BAME businesses though, need 3 M's: access to markets, access to money and access to management. What the government should do is configure, organise initiatives that will promote money, markets and management to BAME businesses. And that's in essence what they need to do.
I think recognising our contribution, which was what Monda was talking about, I think is really important. And I think part of that is us recognising what we contribute, but also there being a space for it to be that BAME businesses don't need to be treated as charitable considerations and, well, maybe we need to throw them some money just to help them out. I think it's recognising how fundamental it is that we do contribute, what that contribution looks like, and actually being a little bit more vocal about it so that as a community we can take pride in that contribution and seek to do more.
I think the contribution of Black and minority ethnic individuals in the UK is huge. Over £25 billion a year is being spent by these communities in the UK. But local support is not really truly recognised, or there's not really enough support on the ground for people to say, right, I can now be a global business, I can now make a huge and a large contribution. Passion can take you so far, but this event is about looking at the challenges that BMEs have and how we can use the system, or indeed educate the system, to add value to them so they add value to BME businesses as well.
I mean, there's a lot of things that government can be doing. I think at the moment what it is listening. There's so many resources, there's so many things out there that already exist, and I don't see we need to have separate funds for BME or for women, etc. It's about the lack of information and about equality of opportunity. So I think what the government need to do is need to be working more with those organisations and individuals and groups that can already act as a conduit to these individuals to actually allow them to access funding, finance support, knowledge, information, etc. So I think what the government needs to do is listen more and actually engage more and fundamentally take action.
And then we kind of moved into our business panel session. We had a mixed bag of entrepreneurs, investors, business support organisations, people working in the legal sector, people working in events. And is there collective experience about the needs of entrepreneurs from BME community that was really highlighted, was really poignant?
I thought the panel discussion was absolutely fantastic. It was great to hear from a lot of the experts the issues and the challenges of BMA backgrounds and communities.
I think the panel discussion was fascinating. It brought together a range of different perspectives, from people who'd actually made it in business to people who are just starting about their business. And I think it's really important to get that range of perspective and give them voice, and also bring them to the attention of people who make really important decisions about the nature of the small business economy here in Birmingham.
Then after a break, we heard from two fantastic speakers, Justice Williams MBE and Jagoda Szpak, who is a Polish immigrant who came into the UK and set up a business to help other Polish individuals settle into the UK because she knows her language. She actually speaks 3 different languages, which was actually phenomenal. So hearing her story was amazing, and obviously with Justice, with her fantastic experience as being an influential female entrepreneur here in the UK, talking about how she's creating things that are creating differences by doing things differently.
My company is called The New Narrative, doing things differently and rewriting the story. For me, I am a black woman. I was grown up to understand, appreciate and celebrate my heritage. But I believe that actually as you go in business and you climb up the ladder of success, it becomes paler and paler, and there is a lack of visible role models. So for me as a woman in business, I struggled. I only had male mentors. But now I believe that actually by you carrying your culture with you and being proud of who you are and every aspect that makes you who you are, it helps to push the diversity agenda. We don't have to necessarily be flying a flag or campaigning or petitioning. It's about just being who we are, because actually it's like when people meet you and interact with you, especially if they've never come or seen anyone from your culture or your background before, it's an education experience. And you're naturally breaking down the stereotypes, you're naturally breaking down the barriers just by being who you are. You know, I don't believe that we have to change or conform. I am who I am, you know, and I'm not going to hide my culture, because actually it creates an interesting debate, but also as well, it allows people to have a more richer experience of life. If we were all the same, life would be very boring. So embrace your culture and fly the flag for who you are.
But the real meat of the day was the final event of this afternoon, where we did an audience debate, where we split the room into different tables, and each table had to debate one question: what do we really need to succeed? But that question was left open for people to interpret that how they wanted to, and what came back was absolute fire.
Changing mindset individually, so within the BME community, thinking bigger, raising aspirations, raising quality standards, etc. But also outside, so within the corporate sector, ensuring that mindsets are changed to break down stereotypes. People being a very important commodity in any business. Understanding the needs of others and why you're doing the task in hand.
Also recognising that not all businesses want to scale up and become global. If you're happy that success within your terms is achievable, that's fine to work on that level.
Again, sort of this idea of admitting vulnerability. You know, where do we need help? Because again, that's another thing that I think, and I think the group felt was important, that we need to admit that there are vulnerabilities, whether we are women in business, whether we are BME in businesses, and also recognising what the differences are maybe between the challenges in communities, because by us admitting that vulnerability, we can maybe start to address it.
What came back was absolute passion. What came back was emotive solutions, because people were actually being honest. There was an honest dialogue, there was a fair dialogue. More importantly, it was a dialogue with the people who can now do something. So I'm really proud to put on today's event. I look forward to doing more across the country to make sure that entrepreneurs from black and minority ethnic backgrounds get the support that they need to succeed.